Yo guys, seperti biasa kita main Genshin dulu, baru Zenless kalau ada waktu. You can nest the flower. Jangan matamu memandang, jangan sering pandang, jangan lihat, jangan hatimu aku nafas.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Oke. Oh, nih. Dan matamu untuk memandang, dan telingamu ya, dengan publik.
Stabilize!
Overrule! Rain cutter! Huh? Huh. No, my sword! Game's up! Time's over. Quietly.
Bau. BAU. Bau.
Order guide you!
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Hai, cibai nggak ada yang wangi nih.
Let's hope you pull up a good fight. Ring cutter. Huh? No, my sword. Game's up. Time's over.
Mas gak naik lagi yuk. Jalan. Ya, miss gua nih.
Gather.
Kok belum selesai sih, Miss? Oh. Lupa gua. Alhamdulillah.
Ad Astra Abisosk. Well, thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Lanjut teman fantasi satu malam. One can see there's a chance in me. They all say I'm not the same kid I used to be. Don't go out and I just reload it. See, slow. Nikah. They don't know what's wrong with me. I'm too shy to say. It's my first love. Why I'm doing it all. When I got to bed, when I lay my head upon my pillow, don't know what to do. My first love is that I'm too young. Doesn't even know. Is that I saw her while
Nothing
I'm
new there?
feeling.
What's all that commotion?
'Cause I'm feeling my first love. Opal.
No way, bro.
Here up on the wall. Does he care at all? Does he ever
Did he say he came from
notice
that land?
me?
No.
Does he ever fall?
I can understand his words, just
Tell me,
not what they
Teddy, baby,
Oh no.
my love is so unfair. Producer. Will I ever
he
find
keeps
a way
repeating the same things over and over again.
to my
No,
prayer
you know one another.
for my first was cool.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Neuvillette?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
Mr. Udix.
Hey, so you've met Nervalet before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, Administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
Sure thing, bro. Panganak.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
Kaya hindi
So
sumero.
it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, and there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see.
I see.
Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
Right,
I'll
Slay.
sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That
Joy.
would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Ako juga.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all.
Marvelous.
Well then, all that's left is to...
Marvelous, Dumbledore.
You miss me, bro?
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
Beberapa bos utama dari Atlas.
Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kakuku.
Who?
Excited?
Always the one somebody comes in the man.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Sama-sama.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Tell me, Teddy.
What's the situation? How bad is it?
Nakabarbalik ng nabarburo.
Oh no. When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Bukan dia sempat mengobrol dengan orang penting.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
Emang harus tunggu sebentar lagi kok.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Ini lagi Sultan. Belum bangun sih tidur. Oke, bos.
Yay, problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Taman Fantasi Satu Malam selesai. Penulik dan Liku, tunggu siapa? Lusa, bro. Oh, well. Kocak, kocak.
Good roll. It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kakuku's doing. Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
Selamat pagi, bos kecilku.
Oh wow, Kakuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
Get out of here. Aku rasa maksud tidak.
Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kakuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natland. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Penulik dan ikuti mulai. Ada gini ya. Dah. Sama benar.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business?
The business.
Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without... If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Iya Sultan, bangun dulu
There's
deh.
hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Mana caranya? Apa trigger anjing?
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
This. Gonna be a second.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by.
Wajar kok tidak terlalu khawatir.
Yeah, Kenichi, you did great!
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow! No
Oh wow!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
Tenanglah, Paimon.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro!
You're the best, bro.
Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
Masalah.
Indeed.
How?
What?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Ugh.
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Dia bagus tuh.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroran, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why you?
Sudah hindarkan dengan auto seperti diharapkan.
Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Mulai bisa banding-bandingin ya sekarang.
Really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Lagi hari kedua, hah? Lusa lagi.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Biarkan sa
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Let's go at that.
Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Ada yang mengetuk pintu.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tevet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Tenang banget yang.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest-looking middle-aged man in the world, I
Maaf
don't
atas
think he's
kelakuan
like that.
cucuku yang main Muspet.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
Gak usah lah.
So, Auroron, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Kau menangkap cucuku tersayang adalah pesan yang tepat.
Auroron, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
Anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroron, Paimon thinks you've been tricked.
What?
This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Bagus sekali,
In
bos.
that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natland, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Bukan cuma aku dan Paimon saja sih.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Bagus. Ternyata untungnya juga bersikap tidak mencoba.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Nice.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
What the hell? Orang bawa kayak Granger kan.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
What the heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku, Master Kukuku, Lord Kukuku, I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku, that'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Okay.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to
Kok
it.
ngeles sih? What the hell?
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
Asu.
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and
Well,
to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed, but I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smart now, are we?
No, no, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet, he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
We didn't
What
do
does
it.
he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in
That's
those
a
gangster
gangster.
films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good.
Don't click anymore.
Law. And don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, Protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kikuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Penulikadan Niku selesai juga, bro. 847. Siapa lagi kita? Manajemen dari spin aja bisa. Kayak nggak pakai headsetnya tuh kayak sakit gitu. Hidupku town.
Traveler, it's you!
Yeah, it's me.
Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
You?
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, The park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated.
Complicated.
We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Tidak semua bos besar lulusan sekolah bisnis
That's more
karo.
like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Yo, animasi. Wow, what is this?
As you can see, our
Fantasy
fantasy land's a
land.
bit like a sugar-free macaron right
Macaron.
now. Several areas are still under construction.
Under construction. Okay.
The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number
Search
of
it engine yun eh.
craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously.
Sebenernya bisa ya.
That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period.
Anjir kemen itu.
Upgrading
Ide.
facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key.
Apa disilang nih?
Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Haha, kayaknya cocok. Cocok banget sama aku.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
Oh, jadi kamu mau aku jadi klinik percobaanmu ya?
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us?
Yes, bener
But
Pak.
if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then, let's start with Eclectic Escapades and put our first guide together.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Rancang strategi sekarang.
Alright then, time to try out Eclectic Escapades. I'll leave the strategy guide to you guys.
Buka prioritas. Rancang sekarang. Ah! Bisa buat mesinnya cocok.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
Format tantangannya mudah dimengerti.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Setelah kamu bilang begitu, aku jadi tertarik juga.
Sounds irresistible, right? Plus, as Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina will receive 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh,
Everyone makanan.
Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
Harga tinggi loh kalau periksa CV orang.
Just don't hold everyone
Anjir, kayak labor kerja.
You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
In a good mood, I see.
Yep. Seeing my dear vegetables all settled in right where they belong brings me great joy.
You sound like a proud parent. I'm happy for you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Now, where they belong is inside a cooking pot. That kind of fills me with dread at the same time.
Nice to meet you, bro.
The heck are you on about? Does this really seem like a good time for nice to meet you?
I guess he's referring to the meeting of the vegetables in the pot.
You got it, bro.
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure if I should be worrying about your definition of nice to meet you or investigating whether you and Kikuku share some kind of telepathic bond.
Rekrut siapa sih? Oh, si itu.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Semua kerja mereka lancar semua.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do.
Yang bener lah.
In any case, with this, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in. Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, Scoffier. She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble.
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
Jangan tema.
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day.
Ada jual tiket tahunan juga.
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then, give me your hand.
Tanganku.
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form. I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste, perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day. But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
Guess.
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows, the morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier.
Escoffier.
Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
That unique aroma. Oh, it's not...
Upgrade facilities. Upgrade.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't you think?
That's right. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve, when that happens, we can deploy more capable employees. or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills.
Latih. Pencet.
That should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Ini semua karena penjelasanmu yang bagus, Navia.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh? But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to...
Yo, Rencang strategi dilakukan sih. Jangan lupa. Wah, keren lawan si Ayat.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Oh. Oh shit.
Take it easy.
Kunci.
Take it easy.
Oh gitu tuh. Buka fasilitas. Pola temenan aku. Rekrut karyawan dulu, bro. Waktunya habis sudah. Kita perlu up. Matanya banyak. Lanjut. Ya, apa? Kita perlu los dulu, bro. Kapan lagi anjing? Anjing level 10 kata. Oh, bisa 2 udah. Well, apa namanya, kalau bisa cheat engine enak banget ya. Saya cheat engine. Saya kan cheat engine. Gak ada ya. Hapus. Nembak buat apaan anjir? Itu nggak bisa masuk.
Take it easy.
Buset dah. Wah, gila. Kayak Superman, bro. Waduh. Waduh. Kayak Superman, bro. Gimana nih? Yo, bro. Kayak Superman, bro. Na 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 na. Dia tinggal 3 biji, bangke. Ini kaon namanya. Penuh semua ya. 8. Oke, kita siklus. Lumayan bro. Harvest. Dapat di-upgrade, dapat diperluas, kita perluas. Yo, kencang sekarang. Weh. What the? Halo Budi, Bang Budi. Kayak nama om gua, Om Budi. Mana lagi bro? Oh sini. Apa sih? Oh iya, harus dipukul. Tell us all the time. Eksis banget ya mukul gini yang tinju. Yoi. Nama sejuta umat. Iya, budi pekerti. Bisa ngerekrut nggak? Kita maksimal semua. Masih ada sisa aksi. Ngapain lagi bro? Bisa di-upgrade. Oh. Kita next siklus. Tarkis. Luas dulu kali ya. Biar banyak hewannya. Apa naipin Paulin asu. Kita perluas dulu bro. Tell us all that. Upgrade bisa. Nice ya. Kita kelola. Undang hewan. Abis. Ini maksudnya apa sih? Animus lah. Hydropomorphs. Ingat pasan 12, 6, 12. Oh gitu. Ini bisa diginiin masih. Tuh. Ini pasan 6, 12. Malu unik. Bisa taruh mana-mana bro. Perluas lagi. West. Ada ini kah? Oh, bisa direkrut. Harus ada 4 tapi. Oke. Dan next siklus berarti ya. Kita rekrut semuanya dulu dan next siklus. Halo Bang Mar. Anak kocop. Oke. Kita pusat karyawan kali ya. Rekrut 444. Plus 60 bro. Cukup. Bisa tambahin aja. Bentar. Upgrade cukup nggak duit? Waduh, kurang bro. Let's see. Bosan 148. Kita buang ini. Puasa 60. And that's good. What is that for? Wih, dapet. Oh. Sampai 2 jam nih paling Bang Mar. Bisa upgrade apa lagi ya? Oh ini kita upgrade. Kurang duit anjing. Kita end siklus dulu ya. Duit tiris bro. Rp60.000 sama Rp160.000 semua ya. Terus selanjutnya lumayan. Jumpa kawan. Terbuka setelah menyelesaikan target berikut. Level 6 di marka ya film. Oh ini upgrade. Nggak cukup. Udah kita next siklus lagi. Farming aja farming. Seperluas.
Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off.
12 cow.
Check out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Jebak kawan, mana jebak kawan? Where is Faresa? Oh ini dia.
Whoa, is that our hero, the traveler?
Rebahan dulu dah.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here. But when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Aku bos sejak kapan?
Technically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it?
Doesn't even have boss.
Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to make it as successful
Oh
as
bagi rata
possible,
bro.
and then we all share the profits? But, wait a sec. Why are you here, Veressa?
Well,
Waduh.
officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does. In her letter, she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh?
Huh?
Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
Give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own.
Ako kejujuran guys,
When the closing time
Faresa.
came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single Mora's ever gone missing.
Kamu besar hati sekali.
To be fair, that does sound nice.
Anjir emang.
Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending well wouldn't take too much effort.
Nah iya, jujur semua.
Customers are no doubt trustworthy too.
Main diri sendiri.
Let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping.
Self-service shopping.
Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontanian clockwork mecha for Kochi-an-san. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
Good dong.
We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice.
Nice. Oh, lihatlah ini bisa. Oh, udah dibuka kawan. Ini bisa di-upgrade. Rp60.000. Lihat. Lapangan nih. Dapat dulu. Nih. What the? Di mana tadinya? Oh, di sini. Level 20 sih. Bisa lah. Ini dapat diperluas. Upgrade.
Take it easy.
Perluas 12 anjir perluasnya. Orang apa besar. Mana ya kosannya itu? Kecil-kecil kan tinggal ya. Bos nembus. Nice. Rancang-rancang las. Wow.
Take it easy.
What? Bunch.
Take it easy.
Bisa loncat ke situ? Udah terbang masuk.
Take it easy.
Waduh. What the hell? Anjing. Anjing, anjing. Plus 10. Kurang. Oke guys, karena udah 2 jam kita akhiri stream hari ini. Yang udah nonton, chat, like, dan lain-lain, terutama Bang Sultan Jago, Bang Budi, Bang See you next stream.